Hi everybody, this is the Baseball Hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion. Your host, I'm extremely excited and really, I couldn't wait to say this. But the Mets have actually traded James McCann, folks. They traded him to the Baltimore Orioles for a player to be named later. It just came over the wire just now. The Mets announced it themselves. Now, I've been on this guy's case for, I tell you, been talking about James McCann getting traded for a long time. And he's been traded. Finally. He's shipped off to the Baltimore Orioles. Now, what's interesting there is that they have Rutschman there, Adley Rutschman, but I guess they're going to have him be the backup. Now, I did not hear the Baltimore Orioles when I was going through the McCann stuff. But like I've been saying for a couple of weeks, everybody needs a catcher. It's like a middle infielder. It's like a reliever. Everybody needs one. And the Mets finally did the right thing, and they got rid of James McCann. Now, this was important because they have to pare down the roster. As far as I can tell, with all the moves they've been making, they potentially have 43 men on the 40-man roster. So James McCann getting off the roster for a player they may name later, they still have to do some maneuverability, some maneuvers, but James McCann has been traded. This is official. This is not a report. This is not a rumor. The Mets have traded James McCann to the Baltimore Orioles, and I could not be more excited. I said as soon as Omar Narvaez was signed by the Mets last week, that was basically McCann's ticket out of here. Now, from what I just read a little bit ago, the Mets are going to be paying down 75% of his salary, which you kind of knew they were going to have to do that because he's been so bad the last 2 years. So you're talking about maybe $20 million, $18 to $20 million over the next 2 years on his contract. About $16 million, $16 to $18 million to be paying down on the contract. Mets don't seem to have a problem, obviously, spending money. So they have plenty of money now. But this opens the door for Narvaez to play more. This also opens the door for Alvarez to start the year with the Mets. And I didn't think that Tomas Nido was going to get moved. But I didn't think so, because I think that the Mets manager, Buck Showalter, loves him. And I think we all have come to appreciate his catching ability and the little things that Nido does. He does a lot of little things well, even offensively. But again, I'm so excited they got rid of James McCann. He was very frustrating to watch offensively, and he was not a very good catcher. Let him go somewhere where people think he's good. I don't know what Baltimore did. What a disappointing offseason they've had. They could have brought in a big player, not a big player, but a winning player to help that young team. But, oh well. He's a backup now for a great catcher and Rutschman. But, again, the Mets keep busy. They still have more moves to make. They could possibly bring in another. Now, I was hearing a little while ago, and people were writing to me, this thing about Liam Hendricks. It seems like Eloy Jimenez basically has no place to play in Chicago, I was reading. Ever since the White Sox signed Benintendi, they want to put Benintendi in left field. Obviously, he's a good left fielder, and Jimenez basically doesn't have a home. So there's a lot of rumors a little while ago, people were writing to me telling me that there's a potential trade with Jimenez and Hendricks. Now, with McCann going to Baltimore and not going to Chicago, which is what the rumor was earlier tonight, I would think that part of his option is off. But again, the Mets have traded James McCann to the Baltimore Orioles. Thank you, McCann. You couldn't hit, and you, McCann, can't hit. So, thank you. And of course, please subscribe to the Baseball Hut. I have plenty of stuff here. And I'll see you later.